when I want to use continue to skip part of a loop, this is another keyword. If I use continue, it also skips anything after that. But what it does is it goes back. It says continue the loop. Let's get on with the next iteration of this. So if it skips everything after this, you have to be careful because that can cause an infinite loop situation also. Let's just copy this over. Got to do some indentation here. Okay, so if I run this code, starting with x equals 0, we're saying when x is less than 4, we're going to add 1. We're going to check and see if it equals 2. And we're going to say, if it does, we're going to print x equals 2, and then we're going to continue. If x is not equal to 2, then this whole block gets skipped, and we just go to this line. But in the case of x equaling 2, the continue causes this last line to be skipped. So when I run this, right, x equals 2. Now here's a problem, and what I mean by the infinite loop problem. If I take this code where it's incrementing it, and I put it here, think about what's going to happen here. So x equals 0. So x equals 0 at start. Passes this test, so we're in the loop. If x equals 2, it doesn't, so we're skipping this. We're saying x is plus 1, then we print. We go back to the top. X equals 1. Still passes. Doesn't do this. Now x equals 2. We print it, and we go back to the top. Now we get into this. X equals 2, so we write x equals 2. And then we hit continue, which causes it to go back to the loop. Then it goes back to this. It says x equals 2 because it didn't increment it. So it prints x equals 2, and then it continues. And now we've got ourselves into an infinite loop inadvertently. So x is going to equal 2 until my computer dies. And if I scroll up like a million lines, oop, I already lost it. I got to stop it faster than that. Let's see if I can get it this time. Nope. It's already left the buffer. I can't scroll back up to the beginning because it only stores a certain number of lines. But anyway, so what you can see here is we've got to be careful because if we use a continue, we might be skipping the part of the code that allows the loop to exit. So it's very important to be mindful and maybe even test your loops when you can. So that is the continue keyword.